fire in her building, and then she tried to like set up her like work computer at her husband's place, but then like collapsed or something during the day. I don't know, and who knows? And then we had a guy whose like wife is like. I have no idea, man. She's not on my small group, so somebody else had to deal with her. We had another guy whose like wife like miscarried like right in the middle of the day, which was like, oh boy.
You gotta suck it up when that happens, but yeah.
Yeah. And then the dude from yesterday who was like, I don't know if I told you about this guy, Pat, who's like, I helped my friend with his fruit and vegetable truck this weekend, and I think I got heat stroke, and I hit my head, and now my wrist is swollen like a baseball glove, and I can't move it, and I don't want to lose my job, and so like he like literally called me crying to like plead with me not to fire him. And then he like my director called him and he was like, well, you're being very strict, not taking into consideration how much pain I'm in.
Being very strict?
Yeah, just because we were like, well, listen, man, you don't have any PTO, so we're gonna have to list this as an occurrence for you because you didn't part-time off, paid time off. Yeah. So this is gonna have to be an attendance occurrence for you, just because you didn't call us or let us know what was going on this morning. So we have to note that. And he starts crying, and he's like, please, I can't lose my job. And then he's like in the emergency room. He's texting us from the emergency room. They're gonna have to keep me overnight. Please don't fire me. We've had it all, man. What else do we have?
That's just like. He's very unprofessional. Like, I understand bad
very
stuff happens to people.
Yeah,
but you can't crying.
Well, that's what, like, I pretty much said to my director. I was like, listen, like, I get that, like, he's, really upset, but, I don't really have any patience for this shit. Like, you have to be an adult about this stuff, especially if you're, starting a job somewhere.
How old is he?
I don't know, probably, like, mid-20s.
Okay, so he's...
Maybe a little bit older.
I would have done that. When I was drinking, for sure. I would have been like, I'm sad today, or something.
Yeah.
I had all sorts of awful excuses. So he's not a bad person. You're doing the right thing by firing him, basically. Like,
no, we're not even firing him yet, is the thing.
You know what
we're not
like taking...
Yeah, we're just reprimanding him. Yeah. Just like, it's just an occurrence. It's like pretty much just us saying like, yo, hey, don't be late anymore, Don't just not show up for work and not call us. Like, pretty basic stuff. And... what else?
He's like, please do that just a little bit, and it's like,
Well, he's like, can you put me in the next training class because I'm probably going to have to keep missing days. Well, I don't want to lose my job, so can I just like keep my job but just do it later? So, I don't know. It's really up to my director to decide what they want to do. And then we had the guy whose mom died, but like our company only gives like 5 days for parental bereavement, but they give like 10 days for like spousal bereavement for some reason.
Well, that makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense, but
it's
like
devastating. If your parent dies and they're 90, that's sad. If your wife
dies, yeah, no. Right, of course.
Just to make the same.
Yeah, but anyway, so he's still like he had to go back down Bayou Way to take care of his. Yeah, he's from Louisiana.
Oh, down Burley Way.
Down Burley Way, and then what else?
Did you ask him if he makes a good shrimp gumbo?
I was like, hey, sorry about your mom. Do you make a good shrimp gumbo?
Were you like, you said, are you afraid of a po' boy? He said, I'm not afraid of a po' boy.
I said, how about that gumbo though?
Go ask him if he plays the trombone. No, don't ask him if. Say, where is your trombone?
Where? Excuse me.
Well, you said you...
Where is your trombone?
Am I missing something here? Do you not play the trombone?
What else?
A lot of times those bone players only play down Burley Way, though. They won't play outside the Big Easy, so that might not work. Yeah, ton of stuff.
But
no, Dudung doesn't sound like.
No Dodungas really yet. Everybody's pretty much doing their job. There was this one Dodunga, like, stoner kid, like, the first couple of days.
You said it was like, what?
Whatever, yeah. Well, no, because, like, he was like, can I take the first day off because I gotta move? It's like, I know I'm starting my new job today, but can I not do that so that I can move, even though I told you that I could start my job? And then, like, we said no, and then he did, like, the whole class from, like, his car while he was driving to his new place.
Right.
And there was, like, a couple of times where, like, he would, like...
Oh, wait, not optimal.
He would fucking, like, turn his camera back on, and he had his background, but he would forget to, like, take his seatbelt off, and then he'd, like, scramble to, like, hide his seatbelt while he was driving and shit, and then he would, like, have to, like... I don't know, dude, it was ridiculous. But he used to work at the company like 2 years ago, so he's like...
What happened 2 years ago?
He quit, I think, and now he's back because he like couldn't find anything else. Yeah, I don't know, man.
How old is that guy?
He's like early 20s. He's like a young kid. Yeah, he's a young kid. He's probably like 22, 23. There's a girl named, like, what's her name? Kay, who's, like, super hot, like, crazy hot. Yeah. But she's, like, 21-year-old, like, airhead, blonde chick. Letter. Yeah, it's like, my name is
anyone have more letters for
she literally said, like, she literally was like, my name's Kaylin, but I want to go by Kay because I think it sounds more professional.
Oh.
And it's like, okay.
It's like, I'm not sure that that's true.
Yeah.
Or
and she used to be she used to be a barber, and she says that like literally every 5 minutes. She's like, yeah, so I used to be a barber, and when we were doing this, sometimes we
barber. I used to cut hair.
I know. Why wouldn't you say like hairstylist or something? But no, she always says barber.
Barber. Well, you said
I'm a barber. I just like to tell you guys that I used to be a barber, and back when we were having to deal with clients, sometimes they would be mean to us, and then you had to just deal with it.
You had to cut their balls off.
Because sometimes you give them a haircut that they don't like, and they will tell you that they don't like it, and that
they
makes
will be like,
bad.
This haircut is ugly, even if you think actually not. Oh, yeah, I had the fucking today. I love my special ed class, but like the speed of interaction is just so undesirable. It's just, I'm like, okay, guys, let's pass the talking piece. Let's say one thing and pass it quick. And it's like, what
final steps?
Well, if you need an extra second, just keep it moving. Pass it down.
Into the blender. Into the blender you go.
And you'll collect your thoughts, and then you can have and then we'll pass it. Great job passing it. Yep, we will pass it right back to you when you're ready to talk. Okay. Well, one thing, it's like, what? Did you slow down? What happened? What is that thing? Like, they usually start kind of fast. It's like, I noticed that there was a... And you're like, no! You can't, you gotta keep going. It's freestyle. It's like jazz, man. Jazz talking. Come on, jazz talking. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say.
Wait, hold on.
I'll help you.
Where do I go to find you? Do I just search your name?
Yeah. Maybe
let's try it.
Might be Voton or Gay Voton because sometimes I go by that.
Gayton.
Yeah, that's it. I found it.
Hold on. Oh wait, this is YouTube TV. I don't want that. I didn't sign up for that.
YouTube TV, nobody used. Everybody's gonna get rid of it.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Did I just fucking sign up for something that I didn't mean to? What the fuck? No.
I have a question. Absolutely. What's your question?
This is one. We have this one guy, Benny, who's he's just like the boomer's boomer, you know?
Yeah.
And like, so like every 5 minutes, it's like, I found a previous note in this account that somebody said that they hung up. What should I do? shit like that. And it's
Dumb question, bro.
Yeah, it's just dumb questions all day with Benny.
Like,
he's like obsessed with the fact that we have like that our phone system shows a local number for us. Like it's like when we're calling down by, like we have like we have like the extensions for every rep, and then we have like when we call out somewhere, like if we're calling down by UA, there'll be alert at the end, a number that shows up on the phone.
Yeah.
Because everybody down in Burlew Parish is more likely to pick up the phone if it's like a local number.
Yeah.
Right? So, like...
Burlew Parish way! Can I connect you via
Creole ways?
Yeah.
And so he's just like fascinated by that, and he always asks questions about it. And he's like, which number should I give them? And we've told him like 3 times, like, we gave you an extension number. It's the 917 number. You use that number in all your voicemails. It's like, but what if I'm calling this state? And it's like, yeah, same thing. You just still call that. But remember that number that we told you about 5 seconds ago? That's the number that you use.
Yeah. I wish there was a short way of telling people, like, this isn't cool.
I wish there was.
Like, people who ask, like, the same shit. I wish you could just be like, hey, you know what? Nah. They're like, what do you mean, nah?
Same Wi-Fi as this TV. It is. Continue, Steve. Okay. Connect. It's like with all the innovations in technology in the world today, why is it always like, oh, do 20 steps, please?
I don't know. I think it's worse. I honestly think things are, like, worse in that respect. Things are, like, less, like...
Okay, so I'm going to go to subscriptions because I think I subscribed to you already. Oh, hopefully we have to make sure that all system working properly. Here we go, Sekiro, live. Oh! Oh.
Cyril. And I have to pick off all these guys one by one because I want to take down the boss. And he's gonna like... He's not that hard, but when all these other dipshits are coming at me...
Yeah.
Oh, can you not, like, turn the EKG machine on?
The EKG machine?
It was like...
You heard the beeps? That's so weird that you heard that.
I don't know, maybe I'm super sensitive to shit. I'm like a bitch. I hear something I don't like. It's hard, man. Because kids are always fidgeting, and like sometimes I can ignore it, and sometimes I'm like, I can't, like, stop sitting on your feet. Like, I made a kid sit out today because he was just sitting on his feet. I'm like, listen, he's like, why can't I sit like this? I'm like, because it's not a stable way to sit, and you will end up making sound or rocking or bothering people next to you.
Or hurting yourself, yeah.
I was like, I know it's gonna happen. I'm not willing to, like, give you a chance to sit on your feet. Nobody sits on their feet. It's not comfortable. It's not sustainable. It's the conversation over. And he was just like, yeah. Oh, he's like he is the best. But you know what's awesome about him is, like, his teacher doesn't take any shit, and she 100% supported me. Like, she wasn't like, well, because sometimes you have teachers who are just like, well, sometimes we all sit different ways, and you're like,
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, if a student
his truth is that he sits his feet.
I sit in front of their grave years after it passed in the world when I spit. Is that what you were talking about?
You look so fucking badass in your new Shinobi garb.
Yes, Steven, you have to beat the game to get this particular clothing. No, you can't actually just buy it or have it from the beginning.
Oh, don't die death by chickens.
If you would like to know a little bit more, will you tell you as someone who's completed the game?
Please like, subscribe.
I'm enjoying that you're watching, but I just want you to know, I need you to know that actually I have already completed this game. I'm just continuing to play because it's so much fun.
Technically... Is that the boss?
This is one boss, yeah. Oh, and he's gonna sauce me because I don't know how to make curious shit.
Oh, it's much further behind on YubTub than it is on Twitch.
Really?
I think so.
That's not fair. You know what that is? That's racist. I mean, I don't know how.
It's schisms. Like, I just saw you Makiri him.
Yeah. I'll go back to Twitch. I was just experimenting. Oh,
that's cool.
That's one dot. Sayer.
Oh wow. Yeah, see that hasn't even happened for me yet. There's the one dot just there.
Damn. There we go. That was harder, but still insanely easy compared to what I think.
I mean the cancer. And the rain.
I mean, the end of this game is so fucking hard, bro. That last boss with the 4 fucking phases, the only reason why it's not hard is because the entire game is designed to prepare you for it, so that when you get there, you can do it. But, like, it's the insanity of having to go through all of that shit. The Guardian Apes taught you some piece of it. The whole game's designed to teach you how to be good at Sekiro, so that at the end you're like, oh, I'm good at Sekiro, and it's like, good, you beat it. And you're like, well, what do I do now? And it's like, you wander the earth filled with an emptiness that nothing can fill. Like, oh, okay. And it's like, well, there's also other endings. It's like, okay, I guess do that. Sounds better than the earth wandering.
And someday you'll platinum this game, and it'll be like, oh.
That would be cool.
And then you'll be really cursed to wander the earth.
I know. I mean, it's like, the thing is, it's like, like, all day today I was like, well, should I just start another Souls game? But then I was like, yeah, but there's no Souls game with a posture system. And that's what keeps me coming back to this game. It's what I can't get over, is the goddamn posture system. It's like fucking Michelangelo invented the posture system.
Sat down one day and he was like, oh, do I paint a Sistine Chapel? No, I'd rather do a Ting Ting all day.
A Ting Ting Chapel.
Ting Ting Chapel. Welcome to Ting Ting
And Ash
Chapel.
has this whole thing about how Sekiro's not designed to fight more than one person. It totally is. It's just you have to be really, 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 really crafty with your R3. But if you get good at that, I'm not, but if you get good at that, you can see how people master it for sure. It's not, it's carefully designed.
Is there, in mid-fight, is there like a backstab mechanic like there is with the other Souls games, or no? Like, can you go like behind them and stab them in the back? And,
you
like,
can take a red dot off of a lot of the mini bosses. You know, you can backstab anybody. You know, if they don't see you, you can sneak in a lot of this game. So like, but there's no like animation that happens if you make it specifically behind them. But what there is there's a circle. Circle is like a really important button in this game, because like you can go literally right behind somebody, and that makes them like fucks them up so bad. It's actually, I'm not good at that either, but that's actually how you take down the headlesses, is you do this like step back, and they just can't handle it because they can't see. So they're just like, whoa, he's like literally right behind me. Like if he was like to the side a little bit, I could handle that, you know.
And they're shooting all kinds of fires at you.
Yeah, I mean, like I used to wreck these guys like over and over, but now they're like much harder because it's fucking NGP.
Ninja
Here we go. Let's get another one. Oh. Okay, and we'll get the third one. Okay. Excellent. There's some horrifying thing on the other side of this, I'm pretty sure.
Do you get health back when you do a kill like that? When you do a finisher? Nice.
Yeah. That's like a really important mechanic, because you'll prioritize enemies over a boss if there are enemies around, if you can, you know.
Get your health back.
Mm-hmm.
Why that shit, boy?
I fall in the ocean. Oh, look at this. I always forget about this little secret thing here.
Nice.
Consecutive wall jumps. Wah, 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 wah. I had to do that. That's part of the game. I'm sorry if that annoys you, but it's in the manual.
Wah,
You
wah.
have to do wah 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 if you're doing wall jumps.
Yeah, it's like a
I
full
think it's weird.
3 or 4 seconds behind on YouTube. It's wild. That motherfucker just jumped down on poof.
Mama used to make me boo down, down Burley way.
Down Burley.
I don't even know what boudin is. It's like some sort of sausage.
It's a blood sausage.
Ew, what do you dip it in blood?
No, it's like made.
I know, I'm
like...
kidding. I'm just like I'm acting like a person who doesn't know that is.
Yes, you just wring out a homeless person and you take your sausage and you dip it in the blood.
That's why they calls it a blood sausage.
Blood sausage. Ooh, brutal.
Yeah, I took that guy down. No problem. Bundled Jizo statues. Those are like so. It's such a weird thing. Like they're amazing. There's a lot of things like this. They're like
is that the guy with the huge dick?
No, the bundled Jizo statue is like it gives you like it like you know how like if you can die twice.
Yeah.
So if you're missing if you die once, it'll restore like your resurrection node. Right. So, but which is like so useful, but like by the time you figure out what it does and what it's used for, you're so fucking good at the game that you never use it. You know, and it's the same thing with Divine Grass. Like Divine Grass is like super powerful. By the time you get one, you're so good at the game. Like I don't know why you would use it. Like
what does Divine Grass do?
It's just like a super, super, super powerful healing item. Like it's just like makes you super, like heals you totally up. All your vitality and posture like immediately, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's great, you know? It's like, that's awesome. I just can't imagine that I would need it because like, I'm going to use it in the final boss. Like that's the thing, I didn't even use any specials in the final boss. I just used basic vanilla moves because they make you get so good at the vanilla moves. Like, I'm like, why would I... You know,
what specials? You mean like special moves and shit?
Yeah, Ichimonji. I mean, I used all that shit sometimes because it was fun, but when it came to the big bosses, I was like, nah, I gotta use the fundamentals. Like, I don't trust, you know. I can't like get good enough at the Ichimonji to fucking have it be useful to me. I just have to like. Maybe I just played it wrong, but for me, the vanilla moves, the Kiris. Fucking the ching ting, the dodge, the roll. That's it. Like that's Sekiro. The Ichimonji was like fun. Immortal Blade was like fun. I never found it to be useful or as useful as the fundamentals. This just might be like how the game is. But it's weird because it's like they offer you these things that you're like, that's so cool. In other games, you want to get to the upgrade because the upgrade's going to help you advance. In this game, like nothing helps you advance. The upgrades are like, here, enjoy, you know. I don't know, but I also spent 142 hours before I beat the game, and so like some people might beat it faster and find that. There's just people who are just like I'm surprised Ash hasn't beaten it because he's just like a better gamer than me. He's just played more games better. But I got real crazy about Sekiro. I lost my fucking mind. I was like, I gotta beat this game. This face.
Yes, you go crazy with these games.
I might have the guy at the card shop sign it for me.
Sign it?
Well, because I bought it at his card shop and I traded him magic cards for it. That's what's even more magical about this game. I didn't pay money for this game. I traded magic cards to a comic book store owner on my birthday and brought it home and was like, I just want to see it. I probably won't beat it. I probably won't. And then like 3 years later, I'm just like, ah! And, we were just fucking screaming, you know?
Screaming up your Ichimonji. Did you
and
bring
it's funny because like my job, I really feel like my job, not yet, I will. My job is a lot like this game. Like it's just impossible. Like you have to learn it. Like once you master it, then it's great. But Like today I had a fucking total ting fucking Sekiro job day. Like everything went sideways, all these teachers were coming late, blah blah blah, all the kids were melting down. But I'm just so
Right.
good at the goddamn game now that I'm just like, yeah, I know. Ching ching, we hear you. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like the fun now, honestly, the fun in my job is like sometimes it's musical fun. Like if a class is really good, I could like have fun with them making like music, you know. But that's pretty rare. A lot of the fun is like just taking care of like the job of being a teacher, which is exceptionally hard because kids are like, my finger said it hates the other fingers, and you're like, what? What?
Oh no.
Like what? That's not a problem. Like I'm not gonna help you with that. And then they're like, but I won't learn. And you're like, so what's the? Tell me about the finger thing. Yeah, like I told you about Catboy the other day. That was exceptional.
Yeah. Actually, because I am a cat.
Actually, because I am a cat. Because on my birthday, and I just walk away.
Not gonna eavesdrop on that guy.
He has a brother too. No, I've seen all the dialogue. Oh, I didn't realize like data. You know what data mining is when it comes to games? I didn't know this was a practice.
I've heard the term before, but I couldn't tell you what it means.
I didn't know either, but I saw pictures of it, so I understand it now. So like basically, they'll take the game and put it on a hard drive and look inside of the game, and they can find like data that's in the game, but just like code or lines of dialogue that got like taken out, but they're still in the disc, And so
yeah, Ash talks about that sometimes with like Destiny stuff.
Yeah, like they'll
about that.
So they'll go in and be like, here, people will be like, here's a theory about the carp. The carp is like connected in some way to the great watering ape, and here's why we think that is, because in the data mining we found this line which was cut, And I just thought it was so interesting that there's even this like aspect to it that's like very mysterious. And it's hard to say it's not canon because it's like it's on the disc. I mean, what's the art form, I don't know. Games are a strange art form, and I really think like there's this Marshall McLuhan idea that like Marshall McLuhan was like a media theorist, but he had this idea that like every it's hard to explain, like every piece of media is like an extension of the senses. And so like the phone is an extension of the ear, and television is an extension of the ear and the eye, and things like that. And then there's this other way that like, oh, maybe it's not Marshall McLuhan, something about like the content. What is the content of certain art forms, right? So like, what is the content of music? Would be sound, And I really think when you talk about games, man, the content of games is gameplay. It's not storytelling. Storytelling is great, but it's incidental. It's a little bit like watching ballet. When you watch a ballet, there is a story, but the story is usually or always, I don't really know ballet well enough, incidental. Like it's a part of. That doesn't mean it's to the side, it's just a part of, But the real heart of a game is its gameplay.
Right, of course.
Like, I mean, it sounds like of course, but it also makes me think like that's why, like I admire Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's great. I admire Grand Theft Auto. I played those games. I love them. I don't have as much respect as I do for like Bloodborne or Sekiro because the gameplay of those games is just masterful. Whereas like gameplay of Grand Theft Auto is like, I don't know, it's okay,
Would you say that one's more like about the story?
I mean, I think it's more like, it's about the experience, it's about the sandbox, it's about the graphics, it's like about other aspects of the game, which is fine, but I think that the best thing that a game can be is somehow based in gameplay. Like, that's why the FromSoft games blow me away, because it's like, it's gameplay, it's not story. Like, they have great stories, but it's not that. It's not just artwork, but they do have great artwork. It's not just music, but they do have great music. It's the fucking gameplay that means that they have this like fucking engine under the hood,
Right.
This is a reminder.
Oh my God, so loud.
The laundry.
Sorry.
It's what I miss in other games, is this insane gameplay.
Yeah. Ooh, they got you.
The smoke. That's been 7,000 ball hairs. I've like never had that much money in Sekiro.
7,000 ball hairs.
Well, I mean, Wamagwanda, Namagwanagwanda, Mikwimigwam.
What's the next thing to do?
I mean, I'm just going through New Game Plus, like Juzo the Drunkard's down here, and then eventually Lady Butterfly. I can't imagine I'm that far yet, though, but it's down
here. Juzo with the giant penis.
When did Otto say that? I forgot what
dude,
he said.
It seems like years ago.
Juzo, yeah,
he said something, it's like a giant penis and Juzo has one.
That's hilarious. He might be talking about Juzuo's, like, weird drinking gourd, which kind of does have a penis and balls look to it, if I'm honest.
I can't remember what he called it, though.
It's so funny, like, my son's sense of being a boy is so fixed. Like, because some kids,
how
like,
do you mean?
Like, he just literally is, like, he's like, I'm a boy. I have a penis, I have balls. Like, he'll, like, be like, my balls. Like, he's just a boy with balls, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's no,
okay.
there are kids, like, I have kids, like, I teach a lot of kids, so I'm like, it's not that they're non-binary or trans, it's just that they're not really, like, committed to their gender, you know?
Right.
Like,
okay.
tomboys and things, you know? And, like, there are ways that he's not necessarily, like, gender conforming, maybe, but, like, a lot of times, like, I just laugh because he's just, like, without any coaching, he's just like, I want blue because that's the blue's color for boys, and I have balls. And you're like, Jesus, okay. Like, he says, like, the things that, like, I feel like he says stuff sometimes, and I hear, like, Republican gender nuts, like, going, yes!
Yes! Piss on my face forever. With your balls. Because that's where piss comes from.
That's where the piss comes from, the balls, everybody. I'm a doctor.
Oh, there he is.
I forget who that guy is. He's gonna help me, I guess.
Oh, gotta get shiny. Oh, that guy with the fucking fire bow keeps tapping you. Is that big fat dude Juzo?
Yeah. Of course. That'd be weird if I was like not the really teeny guy. The drunkard, you know. Oh, F you and the F pants, bro. You're a big F-er. I'm M-F-er, actually. Oh,
whoa,
I
dude.
said that. I'm sorry. Just get my ads in there. Not good, though. This is my blood pressure. I regretted it. That's alright, right?
I mean, as long as you regret it. That's all I
really do. I really do.
I absolve you from saying it this time. Just like drinking his big old dick.
I'm gonna get the hell out of here because I think I can. He might be able to reset. Yeah, there's a trick here. Certainly wouldn't mind fighting Juzo, no problems, but he's got, you know, these MS
minions.
Yeah,
He's got all these MS.
I don't enjoy that. Oh.
What did you just use?
Just Gaichin. Sugar. It's a hide better. Okay, I don't know why I just put divine fucking confetti on for like 0 reason. It's because I want to look more sparkly.
What does that do? That guards against terror?
It allows you to inflict damage on like terror-based creatures, like Shichiman warriors and headlesses and shit like that. Let's go take the red dodges. Oh, it's here.
Yeah, well, I'm like 6 or 7 seconds behind you.
It's a shame. I'll go back to Twitch.
That's fine.
I like you to be with me in the spirit.
Okay, girl.
What? They put his red dot back on? Oh, shit.
Did take a big old glug glug of his glug glug.
Yeah, how is booze restoring a hole in your neck? Slash head.
I can't. Is it just him now?
No, it's this fart right here. Oh, you're such a fart.
Shield fart. First time you fought Juzo, how long did it take you to get him?
Oh, like a month. I was stuck on Juzo. I didn't understand that there was like... I would just try to fight him straight up over and over and over and just lose. I didn't do any of this cheesy stuff. And I think then eventually, like, so a lot of these bosses I did the same way, where I would cheese them first, and then have to go back and do them, or want to go back and do them legitimately. But there's something like mental about cheesing them that, like, okay, so I'm like, okay, now they can actually be defeated. Let's go do this for real.
You have to like prove to yourself that they are mortal.
Kinda, yeah. I don't know. Don't like the poison. Whoa. You almost grabbed me and took me home. Like a big old bottle of sake.
Big fat boy.
So I cannot take those hits. That's not good. Oh! Get ready for a big old fart face.
Oof.
Sorry.
That's you a big smick.
Smick me!
Big smick man.
Jesus, that sword is very big. I don't appreciate. I think he bought too big of a sword, if I'm honest.
Oof.
Okay. Listen, I'm just gonna say it. I think his sword's too big.
Smash.
Okay.
Smashed you.
See if I can get. Where's my? Oh. Okay. Dude, you suck, Juzuo.
Oh no, you're Edwards.
Oh, this is bullshit. Why did I do that? Oh! Okay. Prince of Games. Got me beat.
Gotcha. Juzo.
I actually think the deal with him is to fucking do little, like exactly what I was criticizing Ash the other day, like doing the little hits on him until. But I just got so greedy. Oh, so greedy. I'm
so greedy, greedy.
I'm feeling greedy, like a greedy baby. Oh, normal baby? No, baby, what's the baby? You gotta feel like a normal baby.
You can get the ribbon and bring them all down. To baby ribbon down. Oh, let me go get the snake.
Oh, this gonna make a use snake.
That's funny.
I'm snake ma. Oh, see.
I heard a dumb dad joke today.
Go do it.
Why do teenage girls walk around in packs of 3, 5, and 7?
Why?
Because they literally can't even.
That's bad. That's not a good joke. This is a bad
That's
joke.
a pretty dumb joke.
Bad joke.
Bad day joke.
That's a bad joke. Can't even.
Oh.
Malcontent's ring. How do I get the malcontent's ring?
What you asking me for?
I guess I have to look it up. Plural.
What is that? What you need to defeat Juzo?
No, it's just an upgrade thing.
Oh, I see. Your tool.
Oh, it's in the Shichman Warrior. Fuck that, I gotta figure out a strategy for these Shichman motherfuckers, because I just hate them and they scare me. And I'm like, well, I'll just get them next time. It's like, okay.
What's so scary about them?
Just the terror and shit, because you can be fighting them and like doing well, and then the terror kills you, and like you can't figure out how to like do the terror. It just sucks. Oh,
ooh, Jesus.
Oh, I love to sneeze over and over. That's my thing.
Call that a face explosion.
I love to do a face explosion.
That's what Coomerman knows.
That's right.
That's what Coomerman. So in this game, it just halves your money. You don't like lose your money. It just goes down by half.
Money. Yeah.
It halves it. You halves it.
Yeah, you go halvesies on a pie.
What do you use the money to buy?
Upgrades. everything. Like, you know, like, same as in
That's truly like Windows.
This is truly what a... I was reading a mystery story the other night. It was a sexual mystery. It was called What the Clueman Knows.
Oh, what's what a Clueman knows?
There's, of course, much more than I've seen. Very old name for a detective. Sorry, I did that off the watch. Damn! No, thank you. I said no, thank you.
Gonna hear another bad dad joke?
Yeah.
What does a Jedi use to open a PDF file?
The Force.
No. Adobe One Kenobi.
Oh, I get it. Adobe.
No.
I like it. Don't dislike it. Where you getting these? What do you got? A book of manager's dad jokes at your job? What's going on?
No, there's like a fucking guy on Instagram that I follow that does them. Stupid.
Adobe One.
Yeah.
Check back every day for new content.
Oh, I'm excited for Saturday, bro. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, oh shit. Is Friday okay? Is it cool if I come Friday night or no?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. Because my mom...
Are you gonna leave Saturday?
Saturday night. Or, well, I don't know. I don't know exactly. Like, I mean, that's what my mom wants me... Yeah, because my mom has to go to a party, so I have to watch him. I mean, I could get him and bring him over. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What are your plans next weekend? Are you seeing Lauren?
Yeah, I'm just hanging out with Lauren. So I mean, she usually like works Saturdays, so she'll probably be working. If she's coming up here, I don't know if because she's coming up tomorrow night and she's staying Thursday. And then I think the plan was for me to go over to her place, on like Sunday. So, because I thought you were coming on Saturday, so.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. You can still do that.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. But what I'm saying is, if you want to leave Saturday instead, oof, scary. If you want to come up Friday night, I mean, I work till like 7:30 on Fridays.
That's fine. I won't be there till 7:30.
All right, perfect. So if you come up like Friday night, we can hang out Friday and either like play games or watch fucking Jackass or do whatever.
Oh, I want to watch Jackass.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then, yeah, and then you can just like hang out for like even just like part of Saturday.
Yeah.
And then like, cause I have all day, like she works all day. So even if I was going over there, I wouldn't have to leave until like 7:45ish. So you can do Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, man. I think my mom just wants like time with Otto. My mom doesn't like me anymore because I'm an adult.
Yeah, that makes sense. Otto's way more fun.
Yeah, of course. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, you gotta keep watching the stream.
Oh, I just see him pile driving you over and over
again. Yeah, but then watch what he throws me, and then I...
Oh. Oh. Nice.
That was like... That's one of the most common things in Sekiro, like when I watch rage videos, is people who get thrown in there, and they're like, what the fuck? What? He just threw me in the... okay, and then they start throwing their controller on the house.
That's
I'm like, I get it, but I also think, you know, you gotta pay attention. Or the other thing that happens is that people get the final death blow, but they like drop the controller in exultation, and then
then fuck it up.
yeah, that happens a lot.
They'll like get the dot and they'll go, oh, and they won't get the kill.
Yeah. There's like more than one video of that.
That's awesome.
He's gonna throw me. Oh, don't throw me. Okay.
God damn, dude, that fucking pile driver.
I'm gonna get him.
That was cool. The deal with this guy is just an ogre that they chained up.
Yeah, he's not very nice. I think he doesn't like get along. He's very like combative and just generally cantankerous. Not
With his fucking glowing eyes.
Damn it, dude! I have like one thing left.
Almost dead.
Oh! Yeah, there it is. Oh! My coin purse is so heavy.
You lost all your money.
I spent it all on Spirit Number, so I
okay.
wouldn't lose it if I died in that fight. Thank you!
What do spirit emblems do?
They charge up all your special attacks and shit. See another Divine Grass. You trade them all in for a grand blowjob. You can get a grand blowjob.
Get to somewhere where you can switch it back to Twitch Arena.
Okay.
Obviously not when you're fighting 3 guys at once.
We gotta get through. Gotta get the pan banger over here because he's just alerting everybody.
I appoint you Panbanger.
Hello, my
To
name.
the very prestigious appointing. I'm the Panbanger. I remember you doing this like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This
Well, it was
section.
literally years ago.
Fighting the general, right? Isn't there a guy?
Yeah, there's a
around here?
general in here. I don't know where he is right now, but where's the leader? Show up. Oh, he's in there. I might go around and do the serpent shit. There's not.
Ding ding.
Oh, there he is.
That guy right there.
I have no healing gourd though. What do you think?
Do you have something that can do like a healing over time kind of situation?
Yeah.
Or you just can you sneak past him?
I can get one. Yeah, I can sneak past him. For sure. Maybe that's the best thing right now. I'm gonna go past him.
And go past him, find like an altar.
There's an altar down here. There's a thing down here. But then I have to go back and kill all those dudes again. She's like, no thank you. Keep going, please. This is where the snake is. This is very scary. Switch to